Have you ever heard of women who are capable of diving to depths of up to 30 meters without any special equipment except for their own body and a sharp knife? Women who hold their breath for several minutes while their bodies endure colossal pressure, and around them are the cold and often dangerous waters of the ocean. Perhaps you thought we were talking about some superheroine from fantasy movies or characters from myths and legends. Not at all. It is not an invention, nor an exaggeration, nor special effects. It is a reality that has existed for thousands of years, and the name of this reality is Ama. These women are true ladies of the depths, sea nymphs whose history evokes admiration, amazement, and even some disbelief. Their skills seem so incredible. Today, we will dive into the amazing, almost magical world of the Japanese pearl divers. The Ama, women whose courage, endurance, and skill inspire genuine admiration and make us reflect on the limits of human capabilities. Who are they? Where do they come from? How do they achieve what most trained men, even professional divers, cannot do? And why their ancient, incredibly complex and dangerous profession remains alive, despite the development of technologies that apparently should have replaced them long ago. Such a risky and demanding job. After all, nowadays pearls are successfully cultivated on farms. Get ready. We are embarking on a fascinating journey full of surprising discoveries to the depths of Japanese culture. And believe me, there is much to see, to be amazed by, and to admire. We will reveal secrets that have been passed down from generation to generation, from mother to daughter, for centuries, and we will discover how the Ama have become a true symbol of Japan, a living embodiment of its spirit and traditions. We'll see what he loves is not just a profession, it is an entire philosophy, a way of life, closely intertwined with the sea and its mysteries. Ama, translated from Japanese, means women of the sea. This word sounds like the music of the wind, like the song of the waves, like the whisper of the tide. It is shrouded in an aura of mystery, romance, admiration, and even a certain fear of the unknown depths. The first mentions of these intrepid divers who challenge the elements are found in Antioquia, ancient Japanese scrolls which are over 2,000 years old. Just think about this astonishing figure. 2,000 years of history captured in legends, songs, and of course in the Ama themselves. Entire generations of women succeeding one another like in an endless relay race, passed down the secrets of their unique craft by word of mouth, from mother to daughter, from grandmother to granddaughter. They preserve the knowledge about the sea, its capricious nature, the treacherous currents, the habits of marine inhabitants, like the most precious relic, like an invaluable gift that could not be lost. This knowledge was the key to survival, the source of sustenance, and the foundation of their unique culture. For a long time, in Japan and around the world, it was believed that it was precisely women who were better adapted to dive to great depths for prolonged apnea and to work in cold water. They explained it with a special distribution, different from that of men, of subcutaneous fat, which, it was believed, helped to retain precious heat in the icy water like a natural wetsuit, and, in fact, the water temperature off the coast of Japan, even in the hottest months of summer, is rarely comfortable for a prolonged stay, and at depths it drops to alarmingly low levels. But now, thanks to modern research, we know that it is not just, and not so much, about the peculiarities of female physiology, but about incredible training perfected over years, decades, and even centuries, and a special breathing technique that the Ama literally master from the cradle. This technique, passed down from generation to generation, allows them to use the oxygen in their lungs in the most efficient way and hold their breath for an astonishingly long time, up to 2 and in some cases up to 3 minutes. This is comparable to the results of professional apnea athletes, but the AMA achieve such results without special equipment, relying solely on their own strength. Traditionally, in ancient times, the Ama would dive practically naked, without any protection against the cold, sharp rocks, poisonous jellyfish, and other dangers of the underwater world, except for a small loincloth and a special headband, the tengui. This headband not only protected the hair from tangling and helped to hold it in place, but also, as the Sama believed, served as an amulet against the evil spirits that dwell in the ocean depths. It was believed that the tengui possessed magical power and protected the diver from dangers. Later, over time, fine white suits appeared, woven with a special, very resistant fabric. These suits were not only more practical, as they protected the body from scratches and stings, but also, according to beliefs, had the ability to ward off sharks, the main predators that pose a real danger to the divers. It was believed that the white color made the ama less visible in the water column and confused the sharks. Nowadays, of course, many ama use modern wetsuits made of neoprene that provide much better protection against the cold and injuries. These suits allow them to stay in the water longer and dive deeper. But despite the change in equipment and the emergence of new technologies, the spirit and traditions of the AMA remain unchanged. The fidelity to the profession passed down through the female line, the devotion to the sea, the respect for its strength and generosity, this is what distinguishes a true ama, what makes her part of a culture, unique and ancient. Their main and indispensable tool for centuries has been their own body, trained to perfection, resilient and strong, capable of withstanding incredible loads, and, of course, a sharp knife with which they separate mollusks, particularly pearl oysters, from the rocks, collect seaweed, and other gifts from the sea. The knife is an extension of the ama's hand, their faithful assistant and protector. Imagine the colossal crushing pressure that the human body experiences at a depth of several tens of meters. This pressure compresses the lungs like a press, slows down the heart rate, and makes blood circulation difficult. And only years of practice, unique skills, and knowledge passed down from generation to generation allow the Sama to cope with such extreme burdens. The AMA do not use autonomous diving suits, compressed air tanks, or any other diving equipment, relying solely on their lungs, their experience, their intuition, and the knowledge accumulated by generations of ancestors. They spend up to 2 and sometimes even 3 minutes underwater, performing dozens of dives in a workday and hundreds during the harvest season. This is a true feat daily, every hour, that requires not only incredible physical strength and endurance, but also a colossal willpower, courage, and the ability to overcome fear and pain. But the ama, contrary to popular belief, do not only collect pearls, although, of course, pearls have always been and continue to be one of the most valuable finds. Their harvest is one of the most important. It includes a wide variety of marine delicacies, different types of edible seaweeds, which are an integral part of Japanese cuisine, used in the preparation of soups, salads, and other dishes. Abalone, true delicacies, known for their delicate and exquisite flavor and high price. Sea urchins, whose roe is considered a true delicacy, have a unique taste and are appreciated by gourmets around the world, as well as other various inhabitants of the underwater world, which serve as food for people and are an important part of the ecosystem. Therefore, the AMA are not just pearl divers, they are, so to speak, gatherers of marine gifts, providing people with valuable and useful products. It is not just a trade, it is not just a way to make a living. It is a way of life closely connected to the sea and its generous gifts, with the rhythms of the tides, with respect for nature and its fragile balance. The ama live in harmony with the sea, understanding its laws and following them. It is interesting that in different ama villages scattered along the coast of Japan, there were their own unique rules, customs, and rituals that were strictly observed for centuries. These rules regulated all aspects of the divers' lives, from preparation for the season to the distribution of the harvest. For example, before the start of the harvest season, which generally took place in spring or summer, the divers would obligatorily perform special rituals designed to appease the sea gods, the water spirits, and ask them for luck, protection against dangers, and an abundant harvest. These rituals included prayers, chants, and offerings in the form of rice, sake, and other products, as well as ritual dances that were performed with special costumes. It was believed that these actions helped establish a connection with the spirit world and gain the support of higher forces. After a successful and abundant harvest, the entire catch was divided among all the members of the community, and it was divided equally, regardless of who had collected more or less, who had been luckier or less so. This emphasized the unity of the community, mutual assistance, mutual support, and collectivism, which were so important for survival in difficult conditions, especially in those times when modern technologies and means of communication did not exist. In the 20th century, with the development and widespread dissemination of pearl farming technologies in special farms, the traditional profession of AMA faced a serious threat of extinction. Pearl farms could produce pearls in much larger quantities and at significantly lower costs, making the traditional craft, associated with enormous risk and heavy physical labor, economically unviable and unprofitable. Many AMA were forced to seek other work, move to the cities, and abandon their traditional lifestyle. It seemed that the ancient profession was doomed to disappear, but fortunately, to the great joy of tradition and culture lovers, this unique profession did not completely vanish. Many Japanese women, especially in coastal villages, still consider it their duty, their honor, and their vocation to continue the traditions of their ancestors, preserving a unique and original culture, and an inseparable and millennia-old connection with the sea. They see in this not only a way to make a living, although this is also important, but their mission, their purpose, their connection with the past and future of their people. Today, the AMA are not just divers who collect marine treasures. They are not just women who perform hard and dangerous work. They are a living symbol of Japan, a bright and tangible embodiment of the strength of spirit, courage, perseverance, hard work, endurance, and harmony with nature. Their image inspires artists, writers, poets, composers, and filmmakers from all over the world. Movies, both documentaries and fiction, are made about them. Books, novels, and poems are written, songs and legends are composed, extolling their beauty, grace, and bravery, and dedication to their craft. The AMA are part of Japan's cultural code, their national heritage, and watching the AMA at work is a true miracle, an unforgettable and impressive spectacle that remains in memory for a lifetime. Tourists from all over the world come to Japan, to small coastal towns, to see these amazing women with their own eyes, to observe their work, to touch an ancient and centuries-old tradition that dates back millennia, because in each ama lives a part of history, a part of the soul of the Sea of Japan, a part of ancient culture. They not only collect the gifts of the sea, not only perform their work, but also maintain a living and inseparable connection with the past, passing it on to the next generations, to their daughters and granddaughters. They are the guardians of a unique cultural heritage that is the pride of Japan, its calling card. And as long as there are ama, as long as they go out to sea and dive into its depths, this connection will not be broken. This tradition will remain alive. Thank you for being with us and undertaking this amazing and educational journey into the world of the Sama, the Japanese pearl divers, and other marine treasures. We hope it has been as interesting, exciting, and educational for you as it was for us. These amazing and fearless women are living and irrefutable proof that traditions and strength of spirit can overcome any challenge, any difficulty, and that a deep and inseparable connection of humans with nature can be an inexhaustible source of inspiration, strength, courage, and harmony. The AMA are a role model, a symbol of resilience and fidelity to their vocation. If you liked this video, if you learned something new and interesting, don't forget to like it, leave your comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share your impressions and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new fascinating stories, exciting discoveries, and journeys into the world of the unknown. We will be delighted to receive your comments, questions, and suggestions. See you next time, friends.